Hi guys, welcome to the next part of the Tempest. We're going to continue. Let's see, so the last episode ended where Prospero had set it up where Miranda, his daughter, and Ferdinand, the daughter of his enemy, met. And so hopefully they're going to fall in love and solve all of his problems so that he's not enemies with Alonso anymore, okay? This swift business I must uneasy make, Prospero said to himself, lest too light winning make the prize light. The magician lifted his staff against Ferdinand. Oh, so he's saying he needs to intervene so that it's not too easy for them to fall in love. So that it makes it kind of a challenge and will hopefully help. So the magician lifted his staff against Ferdinand. Thou hast put thyself upon this island as a spy to win it from me, Prospero charged. I'll chain thy neck and feet together. So he's pretending. He really doesn't think this. He knows what happened. Startled, the prince drew his sword. I can disarm thee with this staff, Prospero warned. So he's saying, my staff is magical. I could take away your sword. Don't try to fight me. Ferdinand's sword grew heavier and heavier. It fell from his grasp. The prince was too love-struck to care. This man's threats are but light to me. Might I but through my prison in once a day behind this maid, he said. So he's saying, I don't really care how you threaten me. I still love her, even though they just met. Miranda begged her father not to treat the prince harshly. Prospero told Ferdinand he would have to prove himself by following all of the magician's commands. So he's saying, if you want to marry my daughter, you have to do as I say. On the other side of the island, King Alonso, along with most of his royal party, had escaped the shipwreck. Still, he despaired because his beloved son, Prince Ferdinand, was missing. So King Alonso thinks right now that his son Ferdinand might be dead. He thinks that he might not have gotten off the sinking ship. He also thinks he could be alive, but lost on the island somewhere. And we know that that is what happened. He's fine. You have cause of joy, for our escape is much beyond our hope, his counselor Gonzalo said gently. Do we have to draw Gonzalo? He's not on the list. Alright, whatever. Sir Ferdinand may leave, another of the king's companions said. I saw him beat the waves under him and ride upon their backs. Oh, sorry. Sir Ferdinand may live. That's what he actually said. So he's saying that he saw Ferdinand escape and get to the island safely. As the royal party rested, Ariel flew above and cast a sleep charm over all but Prospero's brother Antonio. Prospero's brother? Oh, right. Antonio. So this guy. So he made everyone fall asleep except for Antonio. And King Alonso's brother, Sebastian. So except for Antonio and except for Sebastian. So these two are still awake, except everyone else is sleeping. Antonio stared at the sleeping men. An evil thought took hold of him. If Ferdinand had drowned, and if something now happened to King Alonso, then Sebastian would inherit the throne. If Antonio got rid of Alonso, the new king would surely reward him. Oh my. Okay, so Antonio is thinking. And he's thinking that if Ferdinand died, and now if Antonio kills Alonso? Oh. Okay, yeah. So, Antonio is saying if Ferdinand died, and if he now kills Alonso, then maybe he can be king. Antonio can be king. But we'll see what happens. My strong imagination sees a crown dropping upon thy head, Antonio whispered to Sebastian. Sebastian understood immediately. He motioned to Antonio to kill the king while he drew his sword to dispatch the faithful Gonzalo. Ariel quickly broke the sleeping charm. How now? King Alonso cried, waking to see their swords. Why are you drawn? So Ariel intervened and woke him up so that they didn't kill him. And he's saying, why are your swords drawn? He's very confused. We heard a hollow burst of bellowing like bulls, Sebastian stammered. Or rather, lions. So he's making up something. The king frowned at the two men. He stood up. Let's make further search for my poor son, he commanded the party. Close by, Caliban was gathering firewood in the forest. All the infections that the sun sucks up from bogs, fens, flats, on Prospero fall and make him a disease, he grumbled. So he's just grumbling and saying, I hope Prospero gets sick. Something shrieked and rustled in the bushes. Here comes a spirit of his to torment me for bringing wood in slowly, Caliban cried. I'll fall flat. Perchance he will not mind me. He threw a cloth over himself and lay down, shaking with fear. So he's scared because he heard that shrieking sound. Another shriek followed. Then, suddenly, Trinculo, King Alonso's clownish servant, burst forth. Okay, we need to draw. He was looking for shelter from the storm. Trinculo? I don't know. Trinculo spotted the large covered figure and crept under the cloth with Caliban. Misery acquaints a man with strange bedfellows, he said. What? So he's trying to get underneath Caliban's blanket because he's scared. A voice, loud with drunken song, rang out. Stefano, King Alonso's butler, staggered into the area. Wait, I think they have them grouped together. Okay, so Stefano and Trinculo are his servants. I feel like I have to sneeze. Okay, he had washed ashore with a case of wine and had spent the last hour swigging from a bottle. Oh, great. So, Stefano is a bit drunk. When he saw Caliban's scale-covered skin peeking out from under the cloth, he weaved to a halt. This is some monster of the Isle, Stefano slurred. If I can recover him and keep him tame, he's a present for any emperor. The servant smiled as he thought about the royal flavors he would surely gain. Flavors? Oh my gosh, you guys, I can't read today. The royal favors he would surely gain in return. So Stefano is now saying that he wants, because remember, Caliban is the son of the witch, so he's covered in scales. He looks kind of like a monster, and so Stefano is saying that if he tames Caliban and takes him prisoner and gives him to their emperor, so basically anyone who's in charge, they'll get lots of gifts because of it. Okay, so let's pause and I'll draw them. And they're King Alonso's servants. So I think I'll draw him over here. Or both of them over there. Are those the last characters? I think so. Yeah, last character. Stefano and Trinculo. Stefano and Trinculo. Okay. I will draw them over here. So we have Stefano and Trinculo. And I'll give one of them blue eyes, the other one brown eyes. This one I'll give a big mouth, and this one I'll I'll just give a big smile. I don't know what color to give them. Pink hair. I'll give them pink and purple hair, but I'll make it swoopy hair. Okay. And this dude will have the opposite. Oh, I like their little swoopy hairs. Ah, they're so cute. Okay. So, and their names are... Oh, and we need to make one of them drunk. So let's make this one the drunk one. Okay. Wait, and which one was the drunk one again? Stefano, right? So this is Stefano. And this one is Stefano, and the other one is, where's that? Trinculo. and it's spelled Trinculo. Trinculo. And, oh, I need to fix this arrow. And they are King Alonso's, right? Yes, King Alonso's clowns and butlers, I think. Servants and clowns, okay. So, all right, servants. I don't know if that's confusing, but hopefully not. I will write here, King Alonso's servants. Okay, hopefully that clarifies it, you guys. I'm probably going to be sitting in front of them this whole time. I'll see if I can move over a bit. Since we are in a scene with them, I want them to be showing a bit. Okay. Okay, do not torment me, prithee, Caliban cried. I'll bring my wood home faster. So, and Caliban, oh, is over here. Right here, Caliban. And he's saying, oh, don't even try to capture me. Like, I'm just taking my time bringing firewood, but I will be faster now. Stefano eyed the shivering, lumpen figure. He's in a fit now, he concluded. He shall taste of my bottle. Stefano drained half of its contents into Caliban's mouth. Suddenly, another mouth appeared. Stefano filled that one too. Stefano, the second mouth cried. Now the butler knew he had had too much to drink. The creature divided into two. It's me, Trinculo, I'm alive. Oh, so Stefano was too drunk to realize. He didn't realize Trinculo was under the blanket with Caliban. Because remember, Caliban originally went underneath the blanket because he heard Trinculo in the bushes and he got scared. And he's still a little scared and hiding. And Stefano saw that he was scared, so he poured some of his wine into Caliban's mouth. And then he poured some more wine into Trinculo's mouth because he didn't realize that was Trinculo. Now Trinculo is saying, "It's me, I'm alive!" Stefano was overjoyed to see his friend and fellow servant. Meanwhile, Caliban felt the wine work upon his brain and his tongue. Surely this was a god come to feed him with powerful magic. I don't think Caliban's ever tasted wine before, and he thinks he's starting to feel a little woozy, a little bit drunk, and he thinks that it's magic. Hast thou not dropped from heaven? He asked Stefano. Stefano laughed that this green-scaled monster would think him a mystical creature. He gave him more wine. By now, Caliban was drunk too. Oh, Caliban. Okay, we'll give him some purple squigglies then. Ah, there's not much room. Okay. So he's drunk. He threw down Prospero's bundle of sticks. "A plague upon the tyrant that I serve. I'll bear him no more sticks, but follow thee." So he's saying, "Oh, whatever, I'm not going to bring Prospero any more wood. I'm just going to follow you guys." "By sorcery he got this isle from me. If thy greatness will revenge it on him, thou shalt be lord of it, and I'll serve thee. You are my king." Caliban knelt at Stefano's feet. Stefano considered Caliban's proposal. Be king of an island with his own faithful servant? He'd do it. "Canst thou bring me to this tyrant?" he asked. So Stefano's saying, "Sure, I'll be your king. Can you bring me to this guy that you're talking about, who is Prospero?" Right? "'Tis a custom with him in the afternoon to sleep," Caliban smiled nastily. "There thou mayst brain him, or with a log batter his skull, or paunch him with a stake, or cut his windpipe with a knife." Oh my. This is very descriptive. "And then you'll be free to marry his beautiful daughter." So Caliban is saying, "Oh, please go and kill Prospero for me, and then you can marry his beautiful daughter." Stefano took another swig from his bottle. "Oh, brave monster, lead the way." So Stefano is a tad drunk, and he's very excited about this now, because he would love to marry a beautiful princess. Or not princess, but a beautiful woman in general. We'll pause there, guys, because it's getting late. And I'll see you in the next episode.